I'm Micah Thomas, and with me are...
Ashton Jackson.
And Lily Cruz Rogers.
Today we're talking about photography. We all three consider ourselves photographers, so what does that mean, y'all? What does it mean to y'all?
Well, in my opinion, I feel like the meaning of like being a photographer is like just like if there's something like deeper behind the picture itself. Because anybody, like you said earlier, anybody can pick up a camera and take a photo of like a can or a person and it looks amazing.
Just because of the quality of the camera.
Exactly, but not everybody has like a deeper meaning behind it. And I feel like if it has like some deep undertone behind it, then that's what makes you a photographer.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like art is subjective, so it's hard to tell. And a lot of people consider themselves photographers just because like they take a lot of pictures with their phone. It's like, here, landscape of this landscape that I just saw. And I'm like, that's cool that you're aspiring for that. And I'm not here to be like, you are or are not a photographer. Because I don't even know if I consider myself a photographer. Not because I'm incapable, but because I feel like I need to understand more about photography and actually maybe get hired a few times or something along those lines before I can like put on that label of myself, just because I don't want to come across as one of those people who are like, here, look, I have a camera, I can take a picture too. I want like kind of either a deeper meaning or just a more of a stylistic or like crisper feel to it, if that makes sense. More professional. I feel like photography with that label there's a sense of professionality. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's like people are like, oh, I want to do just with my phone. I was that way a little bit.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Of course.
Yeah, I started with my phone when I first got my iPhone 13.
I feel like...
And then I basically just said, like, I'm going to do this. But then when I started coming to Chat State, when I found out, when I started working with the media department, I found out I could check out a camera, and I said, I want to do something like that. And then that basically just led me to do whatever I just kind of practice with lighting, the rule of thirds, all that jazz, and just kind of said, you know, like what.
I love rule of thirds. Love it.
Big fan of the rule of thirds.
I'm a big fan too. It's awesome.
It just makes it look better.
Exactly. Like I shoot all of them. Like I try to at least.
Yeah, I think that's just like basic though, and a lot of people don't know about it. It's the thing. Like the rule of thirds is the thing where, you know, there's your camera's separated into a grid, and you've got to be in one of those thirds, like one of those pieces of the grid for it to look dynamic and like complete. And again, a lot of people just don't know about it, which is shocking, because then like whenever I got like hired by Hiawassee Outfitters to take pictures there, and I took them, they're like, we didn't even know how to do this. We just took a picture. I was like, yeah, it's just put the faucet in the front third and then it looks more dynamic.
Because I feel like most people, when they pick up a camera and everything, they try to like center everything.
Yes.
And, like that works for like some pictures, but like not all. Like it doesn't give it like you said, depth or anything.
Yeah.
It just looks like a basic photo, and then you got to do all this After Effects and like editing and everything to like do something to it. But, like rule of thirds just saves lives.
I feel like, again, going back to like what makes you a photographer, if you go around and you're telling people, I'm a photographer, I do this, and then you get hired and you didn't have like that professionality. What is that the word?
I think so.
Okay,
You're
whatever.
The smart one here.
If you,
mindset.
I'm the smart one. Okay.
Professional mindset.
Yeah, something along those lines. But like, I don't want to hire just some person on Instagram who like named their account Photography is Life, and then all they do is just take wide shots where like there's a ton of headroom, or like you didn't get creative. Like there's nothing that separates it from my uncle with a camera, you know? Like, I think that is another thing where you need to be careful with that label, because like, I think a lot of times people consider themselves, maybe they're just a little too big for their britches, you know what I mean?
No, I get you, yeah.
All right, speaking of photography and just Instagram, let's see what y'all got on Instagram. So the first photo we have is from Ashton.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeehaw.
It is a picture of a student here at Chattanooga State. Shout out Luke.
Yeah, so basically, this was just us after church on Sunday, this previous Sunday, and he was just sitting there, and I just saw him. Like, so with my photos, I want to have like a deeper, like gloomy undertone to it, because like that's kind of how like I feel inside. So like with like photos, like shows and everything that I write and all that, I want to have that like undertone of like gloom and everything. So with this one, I kind of like dimmed it a little bit, because it was like very bright, but like I still dimmed it a little bit more, and like I said, rule of thirds, baby. Like basically, it's an off-guard picture. I love off-guard pictures. Like,
you've got a really pretty bokeh effect going too.
I'd even try. Like that's just a raw photo. I didn't have any editing software at the time, and
Well, yeah, but raw. Like the focus being blurry in the back.
The back and the focus is on Luke is really good. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I think it's dynamic.
Thank you. And the second set of photos we have of him is of another Chattanooga State student.
Annabella.
And Annabella, thank you for reminding me the name.
There you go.
And different photos of her doing.
So it's just those two.
Really. I can definitely feel that vibe.
Yeah. So like with that one, the lighting was amazing in like the place we went to. I'm not gonna say the name of the place because legal reasons. But yeah, so we went to this place and like the lighting was amazing, and like I said, it just gave off that gloomy undertone to it. Yeah. And like I said, I just set her off to the side.
I like the side lighting.
She's very photogenic, so.
Yeah, I like the darkness within the lightness, and it just kind of like I also like the little tint of green.
Exactly. Yeah, it like her skin, just like the contradictory of her skin, and then like the scenery behind her, like it's just perfect.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Like I really like the second one.
She's also very pretty, very photogenic.
Yeah, she's natural for camera also.
Of course.
Yeah.
The next one is actually mine. Yeah. So this photo was from this is either edited or I don't remember. But this is a concert I did at Exile. It's a bar nearby, it's nearby downtown, and there's a group of people there that only one of them I knew from YouTube. His name is Tabby. Shout out Tabby. He's the white guy with the Yankee hat. But basically,
Styling.
they have it's like a music group. They had a little rap chord. They came to chat, and I did some photos and videos of that show. You can see this Defo, Student One, Tabby, I forget his name, and the DJ, which I respect. The blonde radio shirt. I respect that. The second one should be Student One. This one I edited to kind of make it look like a New Yorkie vibe.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Where I kind of just started practicing a bit different levels of color, and I just wanted the lighting kind of sucked in that venue.
Of course.
I didn't like it.
I mean, you can't really tell.
I can't. But then within, I just kind of adjusted something onto it, and then I basically just did the gabagoop. I don't really know how to explain it.
No, I get you.
And then I basically made it look like New York. So kind of like the inspiration for this was actually the Blueprint album cover, Jay-Z.
Nice.
That makes sense.
That kind of vibe, and he's actually really good with his using fingers and hand motions with the camera. He's a natural with the camera too, so that's why I like it so much. And the third one was I took of yesterday of my coffee cup. Just something basic. I like to do little practices. This is an example.
Of course.
But the colors are cool.
Something really like basic and something very like just to practice my focus because I used autofocus in those previous two, but I'm learning manual focus for just still photos.
And you have more of a bokeh effect on that one too.
If somebody's just standing still, I can just do easy like manual focus. Yeah. Just do all that. And then last but not least, we got...
Well, I wanted to say something about your first picture before we moved on.
Oh, of course, yeah, this one.
Because I really like it. I like that there's so much to look at. It's very well lit up, and I don't really... Like, you didn't... Obviously, it's a candid. You didn't tell them to pose a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's very in the moment, and I like that about that.
I like a lot of emotion in the moment when it comes down to photos. I really do.
Yeah, I like that you can see the people in the back, and then everyone's doing their own thing. They're interacting with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And I also like how they interacted with the camera a lot. There wasn't really a big crowd there either.
Yeah, and the colors are cool.
I was the only local photographer there. They had a photographer for their tour. I was the only one that was local.
Oh, okay.
And they appreciated me, and they used it on their social media to promote their concerts and stuff. And shout out Nice Things, shout out Defo, and shout out, of course, Tabby for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Giving me an opportunity.
I really like the lighting in it. Like, you can really tell like how natural it is. Like she said, you can really feel like you're there. Like, I feel like I'm actually in front of him.
It's like you can hear
listening to him and everything. Exactly.
Yeah, it fit the vibe of the venue as well because it was like outside, it was raining, and also, I'm not trying to burst the bubble here, but it was raining, so we couldn't use the outdoor art venue they had.
Yeah.
So basically, we just had this little. It kind of looked like a hut, sort of, but like it felt like a hut, but it was like an overroofed thing, and it was lightly raining, but they didn't want to risk getting the controller and the speakers and the mixer. They didn't want to get it wet and destroyed, so they didn't take a risk on that, which I deeply respect. And but enough about me. Let's go back to your photos.
Okay.
Which is this is the first one.
All right. So
nice.
this is my good friend Noah and Sarah. Sarah moved away. I miss her a lot.
Oh.
But this was for when we went to the convention center in Atlanta, the Omni Center or something. It was barren and empty and horrible. It was seriously like I had to spend a week there and it felt like I never saw the sun. Like I was just stuck walking between hotel to the convention center, which I was trying to get that in the pictures. It looks very empty. I was like, guys, we're gonna take pictures like you're taking a tour of the back rooms. And so like I got pictures of them like doing a tourist pinch in front of like nothing.
It looks like found footage.
Yeah, I wanted it to look barren. I wanted it to look like Noah looks a little mournful. He looks like he's not really. And then Sarah's like, I'm here. But either way, I got a lot of the pillar in there and I wanted a lot of the empty space in the back. But as you can see, they're still in the thirds, like, and I used what I could to like kind of capture that feeling of, wow, this sucks. But also it's kind of nice. It's like looking on the bright side.
I like the idea where you said the back rooms and also like the whole like minimalistic like found footage. It looks like, from the aesthetic it gives, it looks like a 2000s camera. And
that's what I was thinking too. I like that.
Yeah,
and I took it on my Lumix, like Panasonic, so it's like it's good quality, better quality than a 2000s camera would be. But I did like the feel of the flash, and like I put on like I made it warmer and like more saturated.
Yeah, and it looks like found footage.
Yeah.
Somebody finds somebody's backyard like, don't watch or don't look or something like that, or else we'll you.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got a band photo. Now,
like
if you
this
don't
one.
mind me asking, what is this band?
So these are my boys from Canuser. I get to sing with them sometimes, which is really
you sing?
fun.
I did not know that about you.
Oh, I do actually, but this was before I had joined in with them. So they do like 90s grunge and like if you couldn't tell from the picture itself, like from the way
like
that they're dressing.
Rip off Nirvana.
Yeah, well, kind of. They also do like Weezer and like
I love Weezer.
Deftones, System of a Down. Like I said, like those are my bands that I just love. But I really love these guys, and I told them I'd take some pictures for them. And there's only 3 of them, so it was kind of difficult. Like especially with Nick right there, he's the one in the green. He was always jumping. Like he is ADHD to like the max. And it's really fun. He's got an awesome stage presence, and I just wanted to like capture that. And also the blue background is very cool. Again, I got that feel of like I turned on the flash because for one, the lighting was horrible. This was the school stage. There's not much they could do.
Yeah.
And for 2, like whenever I started taking those pictures like with the flash, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get a feel I want to replicate. And so like for all of these pictures, like I just wanted it to, you know, feel fun, which capture the moment, which I think I did. Like there's a smile on Charlie's face back there. Nick is shredding. And then my boy, wow, I know his name, Caden. What the heck?
That is messed
He's
up.
not my boy anymore.
Caden,
yeah. Sorry, Caden.
Guys, not friends after that one.
Yeah, but yeah, he's on the bass, and like again, I tried to play with the thirds as much as I could, like especially with the like dark abyss in the back because of the horrible lighting. But I'm pretty proud of it. I like these pictures a lot.
One thing I enjoy about this is the background the most because it's like it kind of looks like an old like music video.
Yeah.
Like before, like I think this was like before green screen, they would like use like paper and stuff to kind of like do like kind of do like a background or something, and like with the fade.
Yeah.
You can see the little fade of blue, the shade, and then you could see it just go away from blue.
That's like, that's because of the lighting that was happening behind that screen.
Yeah, I figured that much. It just looks like cool. It looks like a painting that would sell for like $15,000, but it could be plain as yeah. But I like that, and I also like that it gives off a vibe where it's like this is definitely a grunge band.
Yeah, you can hear what kind of music they're playing.
You can tell based off of the hair, the clothes, and as well as just the vibe of the photo. Just all of it.
Got a mid-hit bang.
I like how the background is like very minimalistic, and so like it forces you to focus on the people themselves, and like how all of them have like a different facial expression, or like their body expression.
Facial expressions. What do you mean?
Like,
That's hair.
The one in the back, like you can see his face, and the 2, you got to look at their body and everything.
Yeah,
and, like,
there's a lot of body
just those 2 themselves, and then like how they're in the foreground and he's in the background, but he's still in focus and everything. I just love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And we got one more out of this one. We got this one, which is this kind of looks like something you would see. Looks like just like an album cover for.
Well, thanks again, guys. You're hyping me up today.
It kind of reminds me of like an album cover for.
She just looks so pretty here.
Like a pop album, but like an anti-pop album.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, so we were in the back of my friend Connor's car. I had my Panasonic and it was brand new, so I was like, I'm gonna take some pictures, y'all. I don't care if we have to do it right here. We're doing it right here. So I was trying out a bunch of different poses with her, and like again, I was trying to like I got one with like her foot in the frame. Like I like to do that. It's fun. Like I like to play around with poses. I really want to do more portrait stuff. Like I kind of mentioned this earlier, where like think like cover of Vogue. Like you're playing around with the colors. You're playing around with the outfits. Like they're modeling. Like and I want to do more of that. Not so much just a girl in a dress in a field that we see a lot on Instagram. Because like there's a difference between like those Instagram like pictures where it's just like showing off the person and the pictures that are like showing off the photography. If that makes
I get you.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like more emotion based than like something that I see people do all the time.
I absolutely love that little like highlight in her eye too. Like again, the flash. I like taking pictures at nighttime, and I would like to play around with lighting more with like colored lighting. But for this one,
as well.
Oh, me and you are teaming up. Okay,
I got you.
I think we see a vision.
I got you. We're right here.
But yeah, again with this one, it's just trying to capture the moment. I told her like, just. And
all right.
I think she ate it up.
All right. So now. Question. Now, the next question for y'all is there any photographers you follow on social media?
I know I follow some National Geographic photographers. I don't know their names specifically. I just was randomly scrolling one day and I saw them, and like I really love their photos and all that, and I just followed them. And I know I follow National Geographic themselves.
I follow like some models who team up with photographers, but I'm kind of fake. I need to actually go to I gotta.
Yeah, I follow mainly a lot of venue photographers. So like, and my best example is Yasi.
Yeah.
She does a lot of work for Madeon when the Good Faith Fairford tour happened, which has a lot of visual effects I enjoy, and a lot of like little what do you call it? Just like it looks like it's like he's on a hill, but it's just a platform. You know what I mean? And a tall hill, but it's a platform. That kind of vibe I like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for Student Voice. Have a good rest of the day.